Off by telling you I am not a very good speaker. Jacob is intimidating me right now because I'm the valedictorian and he's the salutatorian. So let me tell you how I wrote my speech last night, or this morning, at the rambunctious hour of 3 a.m. A Google search that I just happened to look up, titled High School Graduation Quotes, pulled up something by Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams," which couldn't ring more true for these graduates behind me. Each graduate possesses their own unique talents, and I lost my place. They possess their own unique talents that I believe, as well as hope, that will lead them to achieve all they can in their lives. I'm going to go ahead and list off a couple of unique talents that we can look at here. For example, Ariane could dent a tank with a volleyball. Jacob Miller, William Craddock, and Colby could make a time machine out of a lawnmower and a piece of 2x4. Benny and Zach have already started getting ahead of us on life. They've started taking their classes for welding at Angelina, which is great. They're getting out there. Angelica Lyon back there has drawings that would make Leonardo da Vinci jealous if he was our age. All of you just heard how beautiful Olivia Santone's voice is. And I think if she had Mason Short back her up on guitar, they could release a couple hits in the Billboard. Catherine Dean and Peyton Ritchie would make everyone in this audience look like Ralphie from A Christmas Story if they took him on a competitive shooting. And the last two that I have examples for, I would go on longer and longer, but I don't want to sit up here all day. My knees are starting to buckle. Nathan Cravens and Haley Howland could sit up here and make this speech way more interesting for you guys. They are much better speakers. Sure. I said they were the last ones. I also mentioned me. I'm kind of good at math. The point I'm trying to make is that these guys have a whole world of opportunity out there in front of them once they get out these doors and get their piece of paper today. But the point is that the memories that me and this class have made together is easily worth more than everything that we're going through right now. This fancy getup, this hat, the piece of paper I mentioned. Memories such as turning Devin's truck sideways in a parking lot during a homecoming basketball game. Dr. Eastley thought it was hilarious, but told us not to do anything like that anymore. Another memory we like is hiding under the desk every time Miss Cravens leaves the room and turning the lights off and surprising her. We take LaShawn's doorstops, mostly Mason, not me, and we misplace them around the school. But my personal favorite memory from this class is the time when we took senior pictures and we wandered off into the woods and then came riding back to the rest of the class on a train. Choo-choo. These memories are important to me as the friends that I've shared them with. And as we separate and go our different ways in the next few months, I want every graduate behind me to know that although these memories are now in our past, I can guarantee there are going to be better ones in the future. No matter where life takes these graduates of Latexo High School, they will always be able to look back and attribute their success to the tireless efforts of one or more of their teachers. I'm not sure if the parents in front of me realize this, but Latexo High School is a school that has some of the most overqualified teachers I have ever seen. Granted, they're the only school I've ever been to, but if you'd ask me, they're pretty good. Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace, for example, knows more Spanish than I do English. Which is saying quite a bit because I have Miss Watson for an English teacher. She is hard. In Miss Webb's biology class, I learned a lot of big words that I'm never going to use, but they sound impressive when I use them. And the last two favorite teachers of mine is the Cravens duo, the Mr. and Mrs. Cravens, who teach every single college class that we offer at Latexo High School. Whether through after-school tutoring or the countless hours they put in on their own time to see their students succeed in the classroom, Latexo really has an outstanding staff of teachers that can never receive enough appreciation. I would also like to make a special mention to Mrs. Watson and Mrs. Cravens, who have been the two largest impacts on my high school career. I'm sure at this point you've realized that Jacob mentioned them too. That's how awesome they are. Okay. Without these two, I would not have been able to compete in the state UIL tournament every year since my freshman year. A competition I'm proud to say our mathematics team has won for the second year in a row. Yeah. But I digress. It's time for that part of the speech where I end the speech, for one, and I also leave you with some words of wisdom. I'm not going to bore you guys with the general graduation cliches by calling you the future of this nation, because you guys are, but I don't see any presidents. Just saying. I'm also not going to tell you that the next chapter of your life is going to be easy, because it's not going to be. Although today is the first day in the rest of our lives, it is also the same truth that the next day in the rest of our lives is going to be extremely challenging. But I believe we are up to that challenge as a class. As my favorite character, Winnie the Pooh, once said, you can't stay in your corner of the forest waiting for others to come to you. Sometimes you have to go to them. I encourage each and every one of the graduates behind me to chase their dreams, and if you catch them, find some other ones, because you gotta keep chasing. It has been an honor to share my high school experience with the class of 2013, and I want to wish every single one of my fellow graduates congratulations. It's been an honor to go through the years with you. Good luck, and hammer down.